Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here. Thank you for joining me. We're going to talk about extraordinary, the word, and all the meanings around it today. If you are new here, we jump on, we say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS. And then you can just listen to me. You don't have to look at me because I don't even get ready in the morning. I just go live. You guys, this is not, you're thinking, don't you have like a makeup artist and like a producer and like a light? Nope, just jump online, just turn on the camera. So just go ahead and turn off the video. Just listen, it's fine. All right. So what are you grateful for this morning? That's the second thing that we comment on. I am extremely grateful for extraordinary, which is what we're going to talk about today. But you guys go down to the basic things. Right? I'm grateful that Jace brings me home just like empty Starbucks cups so that I can have to-gozies wherever I go with my lemon almond tea that I make at home. Super grateful for that. You're thinking, wow, she drinks Starbucks every day. Nope, this is just my protein tea. I know, I'm wacky. Okay, I'm going to watch for those to start to come in. I'm sure you guys are going to participate. Even you new people, you're like, all right, I'm just going to just barrel up. I'm going to start to do this. Callie, stop playing with yourself. Get ready before the video if you don't want to get ready during the video. Okay, extraordinary. First, let me tell you a story because this is how we often do this, right? Yesterday, you guys may or may not have seen in my story, was an interesting day. It's like, I feel like God is just continuously giving me content to share. Like, he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you something good to share. So we're going to evacuate the hospital while you're in the hospital at Kaiser going to Quincy's appointment. Like, that's going to be interesting, right? Non-dangerous. Nothing really big there, but at least you're going to be activated. That's going to be weird. And then let's go ahead and throw influenza A at Quincy so that things are just a little bit interesting. So every day you wake up and you're like, am I going to the hospital today? Am I not? Am I going to have a hospital stay? Am I not? Do I have my bags packed? Yes, I do. Like those types of things, right? He's just super interesting. Good morning, sunshine, Shayna. And then the afternoon rolls on, right? And I did a post saying how blessed we are and just how grateful I am for our situation because we are able to separate so that Quincy's with my parents and he's over there being taken care of. And yes, I go back and forth and take care of him and wash my hands and do all the things. But in general, we're able to keep the boys separate. So I'm with Whit and John yesterday afternoon. Mind you, this is after round 7 of his clofarabine chemotherapy, right? He's been connected to the drip for 11 hours over Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesday afternoon, we had the most extraordinary day. And by that, you guys, it was so normal that I had to catch myself wow, this is wild. He's outside just playing, not whining, not crying, right? He's not accessing his port. So I'm not watching to make sure that he's not going to rip this device out of his body. So he actually gets to play. And then a couple of really special things happened. He took off his footsie pajamas. You guys, if you haven't watched me, you're like, what are you even talking about? He's been obsessive about footsie pajamas for about 4 or 5 months now, where he will wear nothing but, and they have to be the exact ones. Doesn't matter the temperature, the heat, anything that's going on. He's connected to these things. And if I try to cut off his arms so his arms are showing, he's and he freaks out that his arms are showing. But he took off his pajamas. My babies, if you guys haven't followed, also are kind of free range chickens. We have this property, let's just run around, right? So he's actually running around in his little naked butt in the sand pit, playing on the sand, the swing set, playing with the swings, just having fun, jumping on the tramp. So extraordinary, aka normal. It's just normal. This is what we used to do, right? And then we come inside for the evening and he actually takes a bath without throwing an ever-loving fit, which is what he's been doing for the last month on account of all the sicknesses and the chemo and everything going on. But he gets in the bath. He just gets in the bath. Where I'm sitting there and I turn on the water and he just steps into the bath, you guys. I know you're like, what's wrong with this woman? That's a very normal thing. It is. It's so normal. And then as he's bathing, he's just playing like a normal kid. He's just having fun. And then, okay, get this. We get out of the bath and I make him noodles and he eats them. He ate dinner. He sat there and he ate, I don't know, almost a full bowl full of noodles and it was just the most normal, beautiful scene you've ever seen. At least I've ever seen right now, right? And it brings up this reminder for those of you who are living in normalcy right now, for those of you who, wake up and get to go through the normal actions of your day, there is something so extraordinary about being extraordinary, right? When you're living an ordinary day, wow, this is just extraordinary today. It is. It's just, I got up, I felt fine, like usual. I had my breakfast. It was right there. I was, I got to eat breakfast. I had a car to drive to work. I went to the office. I did my normal duties. I got off, maybe chatted with a couple friends, came home, made dinner, took the kids to their sports, and went to bed. And some of us live in that like, oh, is that boring? Like, right? Like, it's just my ordinary day. When you are no longer blessed with normalcy or ordinary, you crave that ordinary. Man, do you crave it, right? You can imagine just watching the chaos that is my life lately. For me to just get a touch or a piece of that normal, I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. What a normal evening. And I woke up this morning, my mom came over and I was like, you know what? We had the most ordinary day last night. It was so freaking beautiful. It was extraordinary. And sometimes, have you guys ever picked apart that word before? You're like, extraordinary. Like why, oh, this is extraordinary. Oh, what an extraordinary day. But you're like, why is it just extraordinary? There's a reason for that, because there is beauty in ordinary. There is beauty in normalcy. There is beauty in just getting to be and do your life. There is beauty in getting to wake up in the morning. There's beauty to walk downstairs and actually have food like at your fingertips to put on their table. There is beauty of walking outside and having a vehicle that you get to put a key in and just drive. You just got to drive somewhere. Maybe you have to drive 15 minutes or an hour, but you have a car and a vehicle that enables you to do that. There's beauty in the fact that you have a job that you get to go to so that you can provide for your family, that you have coworkers there, that you have work to do while you're there. There's beauty that you get to come home at the end of the day to your family who is still there and still around and perhaps even still healthy. There is beauty that you get to have a meal of food with them there. There's beauty that your kids get to be in sports, that they have sports, that we're able to go to that sort of thing. There's beauty that you get to lay your head on the pillow at night in a soft bed in a room where you can open and shut your windows and turn on the fan and maybe even just have air conditioning or heat. There's so much beauty in every single one of your days, and we tend to forget that. A lot of times we find ourselves lost and like there's just, I don't know, like meh, like we might feel a little meh. But pausing and recognizing the extraordinary in your extraordinary can bring you more joy without even making a shift in your life at all. If you're looking for more happiness and joy in your life right now, in this minute, right after you get off this video, all you have to do is look at the extraordinary in your extraordinary. And you guys, some of you, I get it, because I've been here too. You're not going to take this on until it's taken away from you, until you can't afford food, until your vehicle breaks down, until the washing machine doesn't work, until you lose your job, until a person in your life is no longer around or is sick, right? Until your kid doesn't want to do the sport anymore, or whatever it is. You're it's like if you just take it for granted, right? Because it's there. And that's normal. It's become normal. That's just the way that we seem to operate, unless we decide to intentionally connect with the fact that our ordinary really is extraordinary. And again, you get to choose whether or not you want to do that or not do that, right? But I feel like this is a great reminder for you to maybe receive, maybe share, to let other people know that if you have the privilege of living an ordinary or a normal life right now, you are completely and utterly blessed. So look around, you guys, smile. Good morning, sunshines. I just want to say thank you for such an ordinary evening yesterday. And I just was sitting there and I was smiling. And as I told my mom this morning, I was like, you know what, Mom? Soon we're going to be ordinary again. We're going to be normal. Right? Maybe even just like boring, like just like that's what people use, right? Because the boring really isn't boring, but that's what you can perceive it as. Like, we're going to have that. We're going to look back and like, wow, that was like such a whirlwind and such a storm. And now we're just normal. Like, my son just wears clothes and he gets in the bath and he eats food and it's so freaking beautiful. So good morning, sunshines. Thank you for being here. Commitment for the end of the day. Just commit to finding and just some sort of extraordinary in your ordinary. All right. Love you guys. Bye.